Hey, what's going on guys? It's Lachlan here, back with a Pixelmon 3.0 model reveal. But before we get into that guys, I would just like to preface and give you guys a nice little announcement that Pokeballers will be launching their 4th server this weekend. I'm going to give you a nice little preview of the region banner card right there. As you can see on screen right now, it will be the Kanto region. So guys, using the new resources from the new 3.0 update, we will be having custom spawns and that to replicate the Kanto region in Pixelmon. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure to leave a like. And if you're enjoying Pixelmon 3.0 so far, make sure to smash that like button. Let's try to go for 10,000 likes for this awesome mod review where I go through all of the models. We're probably going to have more of them, including the shiny one, which I'll hopefully have posted tomorrow, and other features and stuff like that. But anyways guys, enjoy the video and I'll see you guys next time. Hey, what's going on guys? It's Lachlan here, back with Pixelmon 3.0 guys. This has been hyped up so much lately and it's finally out. So what I'm going to do today guys is I'm going to be showing off all of the models in the new mod, which includes the reworked ones. But I'm not going to do the shiny ones today. I'm going to have that in a separate video, which will be in the description, as well as the link to the pixelmonmod.com website where you can download the mod for yourself. And of course, I'll throw on my installation video, which I may redo in the future because it's a really old video, but it works the same in this version. But anyway, let's get right to it. Okay, so the Snivy line to start things off. I'm actually in my single player world, which some of you might remember from ages ago. But what I'm going to do for this guys is I'm actually going to have them frozen just so you can get a nice look at them. So this is Snivy. He's from Black and White. We're going to start with the Black and White sets, the new starters. Then we have Servine. Nice, nice. He's a little of himself. The models in this one are just absolutely outstanding, to be honest. And then Superior. Look at that. So it turns into a snake sort of thing. I've actually not played Black and White, so this is sort of new to me. I've only played X and Y, as you could have seen on the channel, which will hopefully coming back soon. But that is the Superior line. See, if I was doing shinies as well, this video would take ages. So that's how we're splitting up. So we got Oshawott here and Duwart. Oh boy. And this guy, I don't get this, because if you guys didn't know, I did the live stream yesterday, and I saw this dude. He doesn't look a thing like these two dudes. I don't know why. Also, give me some feedback on the shaders, guys, if I should use them for future model reviews. I sort of think it gives a nice touch, but yeah, let me know. So that is the first lot of starters, guys. Alright, guys, so next up we have the Chimchar line, which you may have seen me review in my actual sneak peek that I did a while ago. But they didn't have any animations, and now they do, so have a look at them. You may have seen this in the animation sneak peek as well. So there's Chimchar, there's Monferno, and oh wait, he's in the air. I thought he was pretty big, but he's just actually in the air. So that was a bad throw there because I did freeze him. But you can see Infinite's idle animation is really cool. But he is frozen right now. So Chimchar and these guys apparently have a really cool animation. So let's unfreeze them. And they are unfrozen. But I don't think I can bring them back for some reason. No, I can. Whoops. And then let's throw him out. See how he runs forward? He like sort of moves his hands down. It looks really cool. So that's Infinite. And let me just show you Chimchar real quickly. Come here, Chimchar. Chimchar. Over here. Yes, that's it. As you can see, he walks with his hands. And it looks really cool. So that's the Chimchar line, everybody. Alright guys, to finish off these starters today, I have the Torchic line and the Bulbasaur line. Now the Bulbasaur line isn't new, but it is completely reworked and they look awesome. So let's start it off with the Torchic line. So there's our cute little Torchic. Let's put another freeze back in, I think. Torchic. Let's put him there, just so it's nice to see. Then Combuskin, and Blaziken, who has a really cool idle animation. There we go, he now has 1 foot forward and it looks really cool. So that's these guys. And yeah, let's go on to the Bulbasaur line now. So Bulbasaur is going to be thrown out right here. Oh boy, he looks really cool with the shaders. Damn. Alright, and then Ivysaur. Oh my god, these guys look amazing. I saw them in the model review. Oh my god. These guys, let me just test something without shaders for a second to see if it is the shaders. It's alright, yeah, it's something to do with this, the shading of its bulb. It's a little off, but that's still pretty cool nonetheless. So these are the Bulbasaur line, and that's the Bulbasaur and Torchic line for you guys. Alright guys, now that we've covered all the starters, let's move into some of the normal Pokemon in the mod that have been added. So we'll start things off from the Pikachu-like Pokemon. So we got Emolga. He looks pretty cool. I just realized I don't have freeze on again. I keep turning it on and off. So there's Emolga, there's Minin, and Plusus. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. They're pretty cool nonetheless. Then we have the Sableye, who is also really cool. Damn, look at that Sableye. He is sick. And then we have Tropius over here. Nice little Tropius who can be found in the jungle biome. I just saw one actually before. And Wobbuffet. There we go. So that's these 6 guys, and we'll move on to some more Pokemon. Alright guys, now we're moving into the evolutions that can only be obtained by a trade, minus Crocodile. He's just a cool addition as well, as you can see. So here we go. We have Magmortar and Electivire, who can only be obtained by trading them while holding a Magmarizer and a Electrizer, I believe. If I'm wrong, correct me. But that's those 2. And then we have Blissey and Crobat. Blissey is really cool, and Crobat is over here as well. I do think these 2 Pokemon, it's not actually the shaders that are causing these little shading problems. So let's see here. I'm just going to turn it off. You'll see they might have a little, the darkness underneath all of their arms and stuff is a little off, but that's okay. These guys are still really cool models, and that animation on that Crobat is sick. So let's put them away, and let's do the Mamoswine, who is big, and Crocodile. So Mamoswine can only be obtained by, I think, leveling up with Ancient Power or something like that. I have heard there are some quite amount of bugs with it, so we'll have to see with that one. And then there is Crocodile, who has been added, which was really weird. Crocorock and Sandile have been in the mod for a while now, but they haven't added Crocodile, so he's in finally, which is really awesome because he's a nice, cool Pokemon. But yeah, that's these lot of Pokemon. Alright guys, next up we have some more cool Pokemon, so we'll start with Dwebble, who is a nice little rock crab, and Crostle, who I saw on the live stream and thought had an amazing model. So these guys look really, really cool. Hope you guys do enjoy these ones. I might be picking one of these up on the servers myself. Oh, he's actually got his claws hanging out of the rock. That's really cool. So that's these 2 guys. And then we have a random Pokemon. I do apologize, guys. I do not know much about the black and white Pokemon and a little bit of X and Y, but I know no X and Ys are in this one. But there's, I think, Cryogonal. I think that's how you pronounce it, which is a nice, cool ice Pokemon. He's pretty cool. And then we got, once again, Pawniard, and who is really small. That doesn't help. And Bisharp. The size comparison is a little weird. He looks like a chicken warrior, like there's a chicken in there. But here's the small one. We'll try to get down a little on level with him. And that's not working, is it? There we go. There's Bisharp, who looks... He's really small today, so that's not that cool. And then we have Siliglyph, who I have seen on X and Y. So let's throw him out. And that's him. He looks pretty cool as well. Looks like a cool flying unknown. But that's these lot of Pokemon. Okay guys, moving on, we have a lot of 3rd evolution Pokemon. Now I do apologize if these aren't actually evolutions, but they just look like it to me. I think Roggenrola is on his own and he's a separate little Pokemon who looks just like a Bomb. That's just me though. And then we have Boldor. I assume he is an evolution, but I could be highly wrong. The orange is a little different. Although they look pretty similar, they could be evolutions. I'm not too sure. I don't want to second guess myself. And then we have Gigalith, who is awesome. Gigalith is sick, man. He is a Pokemon I would want to be getting this new update. So that's those 3. And then we have the Solosis line. I don't know. I see these on X and Y and I hate them every time. So that's this little dude who has transparency through him, which is pretty cool. You can see right through him. I'll cover the shadows there. And then we have Duosion. That's pretty cool as well. And Reniculus, who is huge. Damn. He is sick. Now, I'm sorry the transparency there goes a little off when I do that. But yeah, that's the Pokemon from these 2 lines. Alright guys, carrying it on with 2 separate lines of 3, we have the Litwick and Clink line. Now the Clink line is really weird to me, but let's move on from that. Let's start with Litwick, which is really highly anticipated. So we have a little Litwick here. I'm actually going to turn off my shaders for this because it seems to interfere with the transparency of it. So there you go, there's the nice little Litwick, whose light seems to go on and off. That's actually really cool. Or is it just when you get close and far away? Huh. Anyway, then we have a Lampent, who looks pretty cool. He's got that transparency as well, which is awesome. And then we have the Chandelure, who is the last evolution. I'm not sure. I think you can pick these guys up in the poison biome. I'm not too sure. Poison swamp biome. But that's these 3 guys. Really sick Pokemon. Next up, we have the Clink line, which is sort of a weird Pokemon. Not my favorite, that's for sure. There's the Clink, the Clang, and then the Clinklang. Clinklang? Clinklang. I tell you what, these are the weirdest Pokemon I've ever seen. It's almost as bad as the ice cream. Yeah, there's these Clinklang lines. So that's those 2 lines for you guys. Okay, guys, moving on, we have 3 sets of 2-line Pokemon. So we have the Skorupi line, which is this nice little cool Scorpion, and the Drapion, who was really big on the live stream. Yep, he's still big here, so there you go. That's the nice little Scorpion down there. Their tail animations are really, really cool. So there's these two guys, and then we have the Ladybar and Ladian, who are two really cool Pokemon that I like. One of my favorites on the Johto region. You're probably like, why the bug Pokemon? Are just a shame. These two guys and Noctowl, the Noctowl line as well. Some of my cool favorites. Ladian, man, look at him. He just looks so cool. Okay, and then that's those two. And then we have Caravana and Sharpedo. Now, I might put these in the water, but as you can see, these guys have a really cool floating animation. It's one of the sickest I've ever seen on the mod yet. Let's throw them in the water, actually, just to see if we can have that little shark fin just popping up out of the water looking scary. Let's see if we can get that. No. There we go. Oh. Then we'll just throw Carvanha in there for the crack as well. So that's two really cool Pokemon in the water. And yeah, that's the whole line there too. Alright guys, just about halfway there now, hopefully. We've got so much more Pokemon to show off though. First off, we'll start off with the Shinx line. So this is the cool line from Diamond and Pearl that I remember. And the Luxray, man. Oh boy. This guy looks amazing shiny. Make sure to check out the shiny video later on. That is going to be sick. I've actually took a little sneak peek of him. My god. But that is the Sphinx line. Very well done models for sure. So let's put them away. Then let's start off with the small little Joltik and Galvantula line. Who I've never actually played with, because I think they're from Black and White. But these guys are pretty cool no matter what. Nice little bug Pokemon. Reminds me of Spinarak and Ariados. And of course, we've got a little Politoed in here, which can be obtained by holding a King's Rock on a Poliwhirl and trading him. So that's this little Politoed. I'll just put him in the water there, just because he's nice and cutie in the water. But let's have a look up here. So as you can see, he's a pretty cool Pokemon. I really love me some Politoed, but that's those guys. Okay guys, next up I'm bringing you a new model and then two redone models. So we have Igglybuff, who is a new model, and then we have a redone Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff, which were so needed. They were one of the worst models in the mod. They were just like blocks. It was actually cute, but anyway, we have this Jigglypuff who looks sick, and Wigglytuff, who's somehow small. I must have pulled like a pygmy one, but there we go. There's these three guys, which are new to the mod. They look awesome. Next up, we have Rhyperior, who can be traded with a Rhydon and hold item. I think it's like a brick something on, I'm not sure. But oh my god, he is humongous. He is going to wreck some people. I want him on my team, that's for sure. And of course, we have Gligar and Gliscor. Gliscor can be obtained by trading, I think, Gligar? I'm not too sure about that one, actually. I think it might be a level up at night with happiness. Not too confident on that. But there's Gligar and Gliscor looking awesome. Alright guys, moving forward, we have Munchlax and Snorlax. So Munchlax is a new Pokemon. He is a nice little fatty, that's for sure. He's down there. And then we have a redone Snorlax, which looks sick. Preston's going to love this one for sure. Oh my god, he's a big fat Snorlax. He is awesome. I love me some Snorlax. So that's the redone line there. Then we have Ampharos, or Chief Flaff. That's what Jerome calls him. So there we go. There's Ampharos. He is looking awesome. That's for sure. And then we have Stoutland, who is a no evolution Pokemon. Man, I remember him finding him on, I think, Crystal, and just being like, oh my god, because he looked so cool on the screen. But he doesn't actually evolve into anything, which is pretty sad. But that's Stoutland. He's a really awesome model done. And Galette and Golurk, who are, oh my god. The size comparison is a little off right there. But Golette, a little small one down here, and then Golurk, just boom. So he must be enormous, and he must be pygmy. But damn, there's these two ones there. They look awesome. Oh my god, these are from Black and White. Don't know too much about them, but they look awesome. Okay guys, now I have a special one for you guys that have stuck around to the midway. We have Groudon and Kyogre. These guys are amazing, everybody. So let's show out Groudon right here. He is sick. One of the best models for a legendary that I've seen so far. Rayquaza is a close second. He's really awesome himself too. But have a look at this dude. So that's Groudon, and then we have, I think it's Kyogre. I don't know. I say it Kyogre. Oh, the shaders are spazzing out over here. Let's move him in the water, actually. If you guys actually watched the trailer, they actually had him in the water, just like underneath the whole time. Both of them were actually in the trailer, but there's Groudon and Kyogre. Let's throw him up on the water just so you can see him better. But man, these guys are really well done models. I would want me one of these guys. I don't know where they spawn yet, but yeah, these are two really, really awesome Pokemon, that's for sure. Okay guys, next up we have some cool looking grass Pokemon. So we have the Cottony line, which I believe only consists of these two. I suppose I'll find out later if there are any more because they'll be left in the PC box. But these guys look really awesome. Nice little cotton Pokemon. And I think I pulled small ones, which doesn't always help, that's for sure. Then we have Blossom, who can be, I think, a Sunstone on a Gloom. Yes, Blossom is really small, I remember. So that's probably like a huge Blossom because I do know it is really, really tiny, but that's Blossom. Then we have Sewaddle, which everybody was like hyping up in the stream to get. Like everybody was like, get Sewaddle, get Sewaddle. So I believe this is the line for Sewaddle. I could be wrong, but these look like the three that look like they are related to each other. So that's the Sewaddle line, and let's move on. Okay guys, moving on, we have the Spheal line, which is a nice little group of seals from the Ruby and Sapphire regions. These guys look... Why do we have to pull a small Wellerin? Is it Wellerin? I think it is. But yeah, have a look at these guys. There's the Spheal, which I picked on the live stream. Celio, which is a big old fat one. And then what I can only assume is a Pygmy Wellerin. These guys are really cool, so I hope you guys pick these ones up in the new version. Next up, we have the Pachirisu. I missed him when I was picking all the Pikachus out, but there we go. That's this dude, just in case. Nice little annoying little Pikachu. And then we have Porygon 2 and Porygon Z. Whoopsie. So there we go. Porygon 2, just a little slight curvy Porygon. And then Porygon Z. Man, Porygon Z, he is awesome. So that is these guys. Next up, guys, we have a really, really cool line that I really wanted this mod for a while now. We have the Bagon line. So there we go. There's Bagon. I had this guy on my X and Y team, and man, he is sick. So there we go. There's my Bagon. There's the Shelgon. Man, these models are amazing. And then here's the big one everybody's waiting for. Salamence. Oh my god. These models are spectacular. I can't wait to get my hands on a Salamence. He looks awesome. So there we go, guys. That is the Salamence line. Next, I'm going to show you the Scyther line now. I actually have my Slasher from the series, if you guys remember him. Just to show off that they now have... Scyther now has a flap animation on his wings. I still would prefer a actual better model, but I guess that's better anyway. And then, here we go. The cream of the crop. Scizor, everybody. He looks epic. Can't wait to get him. He is a nice little red steel bug, and he is going to wreck you up, just like my one on Pokemon X and Y. So I hope you guys enjoy that Scizor, and let's move on. Okay guys, next up we have the Venipede line. Now I do know that these aren't direct evolutions. There's like one you get with an evolution and stuff like that. I don't know how it works exactly. All I know is that they are a family together. So there's Venipede, who I actually got from a Wonder Trade, I remember now, from X and Y. And then there's a Scolipede, who I think is pretty huge. No, he's decent size, so these two guys. And then Whirlpede, who is a cool little Pokemon I saw on the live stream. He's pretty much a curled up one. It's really awesome. So that's that dude. And yeah, that's the Venipede line, which looks really sick. And then we have the Magnemite line. Now guys, these Magnemites and Magneton were redone slightly. As you can see, they look awesome. Oh wow, they were redone completely. Jesus. Alright, so there you go, there's your Magnemite, and there's your Magneton. I like these new ones for sure. And then we have the new one, Magnezone, in the house. Oh my god, he is epic. He twirls around his little things in random intervals, I believe. So he is a really cool Pokemon, that's for sure. Let's move on. Okay guys, moving on, we have a lot of bug type and grass type Pokemon. So we have a redone Gloom and Vileplume, who look pretty goddamn awesome. I should have had Blossom out with these guys. But anyway, there's a nice looking Gloom who looks much better than that blocky shape it had. And Vileplume, who I didn't think was too bad before. Can't really get in there. Let's see him now. There we go. There's a nice front view. So there's those two guys. Really cool looking Pokemon. And then we have the Yanma line, who can be found in the jungle. There's Yanma, and Yanmega looks sick. So there's these cool looking bug flying Pokemon. They're really sick. And then we have, everybody was hyping this up in the stream, the Larvesta and Volcarona. Everybody wouldn't let him go. Now, I believe there is actually one stage that I think I've missed in the party. I'm not too sure. I'm going to I probably shouldn't check. I think they're the only two. If I am missing one in the middle, which I think I am, I will throw that out soon. But these guys are a fire bug or a fire grass. One of the two. But these guys are amazing. And yeah, I hope you guys were able to pick one of these up in the next update, because they are sick. Alright, let's move on. Okay guys, moving on, we have a lot of reworks here. So we'll start it off the party with my favorite Pokemon, Pidgeot. Now by favorite I mean my actual favorite Pokemon. If you guys didn't know, it is Pidgeot, and he has been redone and I am so happy. He actually has a really cool flying animation, which I'm going to show you right now because I want to. As you can see, his wings spread out completely. Oh my god, that's a shot right there. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. That's going to go as a thumbnail. That just looks too goddamn awesome or something. But there's my nice looking Pidgeot who can now actually fly instead of just being a block. He was pretty much a block. Funny enough though, Pidgeotto is still a block, which sucks, but that's alright. Moving on, let's put the freeze back on. We have Solrock and Lunatone. So getting rid of more of those Techni models, the block models. These guys look pretty goddamn awesome. Definitely, these guys look awesome. That is totally awesome. Next up we have Lapras, who, again, he's a small one. Looks awesome. Now there's something going on with the shading that I found with the new models. Some of them don't have the best shading, but it's still good. We can see his little face popping up there. They don't look too good frozen. So that is Lapras. And then ending up, we have Zora and Zorak. So these two guys, I'm not too sure what their relationship is. I think it's just a level evolution at this stage. I don't know if they're legendary. I think I saw in a movie or once. I don't know. But there's Zora and Zorak, who are pretty cool Pokemon. And people have one of these guys for a while. So awesome. Alright guys, that concludes this video for the 3.0 model reveal. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, please make sure to leave a like. This video did take a lot of time to make, so if you did enjoy it, that would greatly be appreciated. Also make sure to subscribe, as I'll have more Pixelmon content coming out in the next couple of months. That's pretty much what we do here. And yeah, make sure to join the Pokeballers server if you guys want to play 3.0 on the new servers. We'll have a new server up hopefully soon, and it will be awesome. I think I should give it away soon, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyways guys, have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time.